right, I think we are good. Starting off here. Hello, everybody. We're back from Eternal Weekend. As soon as my video, there we go. As soon as it actually starts, oops. There we go. So we're back. I took Monday off because I spent like the whole weekend playing Magic. I was really tired, and I just definitely could use just a break from everything. Got to chill out at home for a little bit, but we're back playing some more Magic. So today I was going to just run a Bomberman League because it kind of meshes with what else I'm going to be doing today, which is just kind of talking about Eternal Weekend and going over my feature match and stuff, which is something that was requested of some people. Feels a little bit silly to go over my feature match because from my side I felt like I wasn't doing a whole lot. The permanent based hate deck versus the storm decks always like feel very lopsided in terms of who gets to make the decisions per game. As the permanent based hate card deck, you're just like, well, I hope the cards that I play are good enough because I don't really have a lot of counterplay. But I'll talk about it some more when we watch that match. But yeah, I was gonna just talk about Bomberman, how I felt about the weekend, etc., etc. So I was just gonna play a Bomberman League while all that stuff's going on, since it's on theme. After that, we're just gonna be jamming pretty much anything. We'll be playing a lot of like Legacy and Pioneer probably, because the next event I have is in like 2 months. So I had a lot of free time to kill doing whatever. What's up, Luanil? Also props to Luanil for top 8ing the event. Did much better than me. With my paltry top 16. But anyway, I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to trickle in, because I know there are some people that like did specifically want to see did specifically want to watch me like go over my feature match and stuff, who's living in real life. I don't know if you would know them in real life. He's told me his name like twice, and I forgot it like twice until I met him in real life this weekend. But now I remember it. Oh, I guess if you're just asking because you could look at the player profiles. That's fair. But yes, Jason Murray, whatever. Yeah, the top 16 was a real close one. This is a story that I'm going to probably tell like at least 3 times today as more people come in. But initially, after round 10 was done, they posted standings. I was 17th place. But one of the matches was misrecorded. They filled out the wrong person won. So they had to do they had to reassess the standings and stuff, and it jumped me a place. That little bit of tiebreakers math of one other person winning and the other person losing jumped me from 17th to 16th. So we got that extra $150, which was amazing. The event was really fun. I had a ton of fun going to Eternal Weekend, and I want to go to more like events like that now. After like Niagara Falls was sweet, but I don't know. Eternal Weekend was a lot more fun. Did you pimp out your Bomberman with the extra $150? No, it's so you get Card Titan store credit as like the main prizes of Eternal Weekend. One of the big complaints about Eternal Weekend every year, which is pretty valid, is that their selection is less than stellar. And the other things I would want to pimp out Bomberman are like Japanese non-foils. And they didn't really have any of those. I did heavily consider buying a playset of Japanese LEDs that I saw in a case over the weekend, but I procrastinated on that long enough for someone else to buy them. And I was like, oh, thank God, I'm not going to burn a bunch of money. What's up, Army? 150 buys a lot of snooker planes. How many snooker planes does that buy? I'm going to go on TCG Player. I guess I should go on Card Titan's website to see how many I could buy, because it's store credit. Snow-covered plains. I could get like over 15 foil snow covered plains. God, the search engine for Card Titan's the worst. Were the digital prizes new this year? Yeah, as far as I recall, I'm pretty sure the digital prizes were brand new. Like before, it was like completely Card Titan, Card Titan StarCraft stuff. Thanks for the 1-bit army. My girlfriend is asleep. Don't worry about it. She won't donate 1 bit or 2 bits or whatever to buy you out. But anyway, I have no idea how many people are in the chat right now. But yeah, I wanted to walk through my feature match. I was talking about it at the very beginning, but probably no one was here yet. So yeah, we're gonna just go through my feature match here, which was round 3 against the famed Storm player Cyrus Corman Gill. But yeah, some people were asking me about if I would kind of break down this matchup a little bit. I used to stream earlier than 8:30 as your schedule stream. Yeah, I used to stream at like 8, but I kind of pushed it back to 8:30 just to fit in other stuff in my life. And then on Fridays, my stream's just like stream time's always up in the air on Fridays because Fridays just whenever I can find time. Yeah, streaming at about 6 sounds like it was a Friday stream. I used to do 2 league streams on Fridays, but that was like last year. But anyway, I'm allowed to do this, right? There's nothing like I'm allowed to just play a video, like a VOD, Twitch VOD on my stream, right? I'm not gonna get flagged. I don't know how Twitch TOS works. This is probably fine. Card Titan probably won't get mad at me about it. But anyway, this is on mute, so probably don't really, because I'm the commentator. We don't need them commentating. How do I, going fast forward, there we go. In total control here. God, how far do I have to fast forward to actually get to the gameplay? Where are we? Oh, we're actually really far away. Oh, God, too fast. Okay, there we go. I honestly, alright, just to start this off, there's this whole conversation that, like, Cyrus is holding some tokens and pointing at them and we're talking. I genuinely don't remember what this conversation was at all. Like, I'm sitting here laughing about whatever we're talking about. He's holding these tokens. I don't remember what this conversation was, even a little bit. But anyway, so I lost the die roll here. I'm on a multi 6 on the draw, and I think, I was about to say, I think Cyrus kept 7. Cyrus kept 7. Because he's fucking Cyrus. What's up, the man with the plan? How's it going? But yeah. So you guys get to see my perfect opening hand here. Of Plains, City, 2 Karns, 2 Urza's Baubles. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't get to make a lot of decisions this game, as you'll see as we go through this match. Like, I am very much forced to just kind of play the hand that I'm dealt. So we obviously just want. Oh, is this game? Yeah, this is the only time it was on feature match. So I don't lead with the city there because that really locks us. Like it's harder to play a turn 2 Karn here the way that we did it, right? Because we played the. Can I just pause this? Wait a second, talking. So it's hard to play turn 2 Karn because we didn't lead with city, but if we lead with city and like don't hit a soul land or a piece of fast mana, then we just straight up can't cast the Karn at all, right? Because we have to play our second land, which would blow up the city traders and leave us at 3, and then. So I figured it was better to like play the baubles, get 3 draw steps, and if we draw a Lotus Petal or like a Mox Opal and a bunch of other things, then we can just play the turn 2 Karn anyway. Otherwise, like I guess turn 3 Karn has to be good enough. Or we can find like a chalice on these baubles as well. It's a mold of 6, so there's only so much you can ask for here. Luckily, Cyrus uses a lot of resources here. He doesn't have any black sources, and he, like, pedal duresses me twice. But we're also running empty here now. They hand me the dice to roll, and I just put it on right on the top of my deck. They wanted us to use their dice, but anyway. So yeah, this is just me resolving Urza's Bauble and Paper, which is tons of fun. So Sand is Brainstorm. I believe Past in Flames is the other card, right? Shuffle it back up. It's this card again, but this time it's Past in Flames. Yeah, Sand is Brainstorm, Past in Flames, question mark. So now we have literal nothing. We draw Mentor, Forge, Ballista. We play a Ballista on one, say go. Yeah, these dice are like a lot smaller than the die I was using. I specifically picked mine out because they're like pretty good on my cameras and stuff. They're very large. But whatever, you can see this well enough, I guess. This is a Ballista on one. What's Cyrus's hand here? I guess. So post Brainstorm, I don't know what happens here. Dark Writ. Was that a third Duress? Another Brainstorm? Yeah, it looks like he's putting back the Duress, and I don't know. I honestly like didn't know what was in Cyrus's hand for a lot of this. Besides the Brainstorm we just cast and like the Past in Flames, which I imagine he holds on to for a while, which comes up later, and like the only decision point that's like really interesting to talk about involves that Past in Flames, but also involves me being a fucking idiot. So we skillfully top deck. Oh, hang on. Can we rewind here? Can we see me skillfully draw this Karn? Yeah, right there. Skillfully draw. So to the uninitiated, this may appear like I've top decked the third Karn out of my deck, and everyone's like, "Oh man, what a new lucker." Just draw on the third card after 2 get duressed. But little does everyone know that this is actually the 4th card in my deck. When I molded my 6, my opening hand was Karn, Plains, City of Traders, 2 Baubles. And I put the 3rd card into the bottom of my deck, and I have not shuffled. So the 3rd card is actually at the bottom of my deck, so this is the only Karn left. So I'm actually an incredibly skilled magician. Anime Karn is so unrecognizable. I mean, it's like the least, like, it looks like Karn still. Like, you can only make Karn look so weeby, right? And then we obviously wish for Tormod Script, which is the play pattern that you want to do versus Ant. Yes, 100% skill game, alright. So he gotta put this Passive Flames away, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he does put the Passive Flames away, obviously, which I probably should have picked up on instead of being an idiot. I'm gonna pause this. I'm the resident expert in New Look second, Cyrus. It was really funny. We were actually talking about it, and we were talking about how, like, Karn the Great Creator was basically your invitational card, Patrick, because it's a Null Rod and a Tormod Script in one card. Do you have a Chalice in the Karn Bomberman? No, you play all 4 of the main. It's, like, a lot worse when you have to pay 4 mana and then the extra 2 mana to put it on 1. Interests me again, takes my Mystic Forge. Yeah, they even cleaned up the Nombo between them. They're like, wow, after watching Eternal Weekend 2018 finals, Null Rod and Tormod Script just isn't very interesting because they're really bad in tandem with each other. So what if we just made Null Rod one-sided instead? And they fixed the problem. And that's how they got Karn the Great Creator. so now the goal is just to, like, lattice or something. Maybe not. Maybe it's just what I wish for LED. I guess we're only at 4 mana, so we'd have to top deck Soul Land exactly to make Plus Incarn useful here. So I think I just want to put the pressure on. And they give me different dice to represent Walking Ballista versus Karn the Great Creator, because sure, why not? I think I was using that black dice for a while. Alright. Hang on. Slow down, Cyrus. Come on. Okay. So, Cyrus has, what, 2 cards in hand? He's got 4 cards in hand currently. Okay, that's what happens. He goes Dark Writ, Cabal Ritual. Alright, so this is... I like to pretend I'm responsible for all the play null runs seen in the past year. Didn't Cyrus blame you for that? I recall that. Second big brain. This is the second big brain play after the big brain draw card number 4 off the top. Was this fucking Cabal Ritual on stack. So, Cyrus has 2 cards in hand. There's Cabal Ritual on the stack. There is 1 black mana floating. So if this resolves, he has 7 black mana and 2 cards in hand. If I crack the Tormod's Crypt, he goes to 5 mana total, right? Yeah. Because if resolves, he gets 3. He's got 1 flying. And the island. So, the play was whether or not you crack Tormod's Crypt here, right? And there's a lot of thought that Cyrus put into this play. And there's very little thought that I put into this play. So my brain, my dumb Chalice brain, was operating on a Past in Flames being in his hand still. It completely ignoring, like, the second Brainstorm that, like, definitely shuffled the Past in Flames away because I had Tormod's Crypt in play. So I was like, well, there's a world where, like, if I Crypt now, like, I attack, like, he passes the turn or whatever, I attack. And I don't know. My brain was not operating at 100% efficiency. Like, you could find a line where it's like Infernal Tutor for like a Dark Writ, Infernal. Yeah, no, you need so much to get there because you would need like 2 more lands in play to have some Piff line. Yeah, the Piff line would be like 3 turns away with like perfect draw steps. And then by that time, you would definitely be dead to just, like, the actual board state right now, right? Are there life totals? Yeah, he's at 17. There's absolutely no way that Piff is ever relevant here. But this was my literal first game I had played all day. I had two buys. So the Piff is completely out of the question. So the only things that actually take into consideration here are, like, Ad Nauseam and Dark Petition. Including red mana. Yeah, exactly. Which LED is also turned off because of the Karn. So you would need to draw, like, a fetch land and, like, also have his hand be, like, 2 Infernal Tutors and then also rip, like, 2 2 Dark Rituals off the top or something. That's, like, an obscene amount of draw steps. That's why it actually doesn't matter here. Not cracking plays around quick and Dark Rit Yogwill. That's the true play. But yeah. So my dumbass just absolutely wasn't thinking this Cabal Ritual was scary, because I was like, what's the worst that could happen? So I sit here and, like, think about it for a little bit. I think we're, like, talking about mana floating and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. What could go wrong here? And I get the completely accidental 6 soul rate on Cyrus having this Dark Petition in his hand. Because the second the Cabal Ritual resolves, I was like, wait, what if he just has Ad Nauseam in hand and I just get fucked? Luckily, he had the Dark Petition in hand. But it is like a straight 50-50 shot. Once the Stormblade casts the first ritual, they basically have infinite mana. Honestly, that was, like, also what kind of went through my head. I was like, 5's a lot of mana, 7's a lot of mana too, but, like, 5's already a lot. Honestly, I wasn't sure what the, like, after sitting and thinking about it for a long time, I don't know. It's hard to tell what I would have done with better information, like me actually playing like not an idiot, like what I would have done. So then he just gets to 5-mana demonic tutor here. I don't even know what he gets. Probably like another ritual or an infernal tutor, I guess. His hand, I think, is just dark ritual at this point. But yeah, so I'm honestly not sure what the choice is. What's up, Ludic? What does he get here? I'm curious. It's got to be like infernal tutor, right? Let me see. Cyrus, no, let me see. Damn it, Cyrus. Thanks, Ludic. What does he get? I can't see it. Knowing how Cyrus plays, I think not cracking is correct. So like he's like actively trying to not take the bait. Gotta be LED. There's a Karn in play. That seems like a poor choice. Yeah. I think it's like an infernal tutor. Because he could like, with one more mana, right? He could like dark infernal tutor next turn, right? If he like draws a land or a ritual. Wait, no, that's too much mana. He could just grab the, maybe it's it might be the ad nauseum, right? It's just the ad nauseum. He's at 17. If I draw nothing, he takes like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I pump like 5, he goes to 12. Virtual 10. I draw this chalice, but I think it's like just the ad nauseum. Because if he has Dark Root in hand, he's 1 mana away from just casting the ad nauseum. No, the Dark Root was on top too. We'll never know. Actually, I could just probably ask Cyrus what he tutored for, but yeah, that's how that game ends. I just also top deck a chalice to make sure that he's ultra super dead, and then win the game extremely skillfully. Yeah. Maybe post GP when he talks about bluffing with rituals is not. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, he would have needed a good ad nos, but I mean, definitely like play your outs, right? A good ad nos with like no man. I guess if he drew draws another dark ritual there, right? He has 6 mana, so he can dark rit with like 1 floating, but then he has no petals and only like 2 dark rits left in his whole deck. 1 if he draws 1, so yeah. He probably wasn't winning, even if we didn't find the chalice, but. And then we get to see my deck. This Auriok Salvagers combo. Ugh. Spoiler alert, we never put an Auriok Salvagers in play this whole fucking match. But yeah, I'm not sure what the correct Stormod script line is there. Luckily, I got extremely lucky by being bad. I was gonna hear the Nerdbird shirt. Yeah, the Nerdbird shirt is very good. Yeah, they kept saying Bomberman. Yeah, I heard them talking about it at the very beginning, which makes sense because they're like vintage players, right? Think you Kraken isn't close on the Cabal Ritual. What do they say right now? I'm curious. I don't know. Let's find out. I can't hear anything.
Really not the matchups they're set up for.
They're talking about sideboarding, on whether or not I was boarding in like Disenchant to pop LEDs that he plays out. And then they switch over to talking about Cyrus's sideboarding.
It looks like it's the exact same 75 from the Grand Prix.
It is. Spoilers.
We have a brand new card, Veil of Summer, in the sideboard once again.
But yeah, nothing super interesting. But if that's the case, Patrick, then like Cyrus is right? We're playing around exactly one of Dark Petition versus one of Ad Nauseam in his hand. Because if we crack there and he has the Dark Petition in his hand, which he does, then he goes to 5 mana, and then he Dark Writs to 7 mana, and then he Dark Petitions. That puts him down to 2 mana. That only puts him to 5 mana, though. So if he Dark Petitions, he has to like go get Ad Nauseam and go off with 0 floating, which is impossible. Did he play his land for turn? actually know. Hang on, we have the power here. We can rewind. I don't think he played his land for turn. Oh wait, no, I went too far. Yeah, so he does have a land drop, so he's not just dead. If we crack there... if we crack there, he has an ad nauseum... Yeah, if we crack right here, he has ad nauseum with 0 mana floating, but a land drop remaining. And he's at 17, and his zeros don't do anything. Which is pretty scary. If we don't crack there and he has ad nauseum, though, then he gets... But we don't know what his last card is. He gets ad nauseum for, like, 1 billion. He gets ad nauseum with, like, a bunch of mana floating, which is a lot easier to win, right? That's true. He does have to flip into the tendrils or the petition to kill, because he can't go hellbent. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a weird. It's a question that I don't actually know if there is a right answer or if it is just straight. I don't think it's just straight 50-50 though, because I think there's like different options for how each of those games would progress, right? Oh. Alright, game 2. I'm so tired. Turn 1 Brainstorm. What a noob. Everyone knows you don't cast Brainstorm on turn 1. Come on, Cyrus. I think the worst case for cracking in response to the Cabal Ritual is a lot better than the worst case for then cracking in response to the than not cracking in response to it. Just thinking about the game again, like we talking about. Like you said, the thing that punishes cracking now is like exactly Dark Petition, right? It cuts them off of 1 more mana, right? To crack in response. Wait, no, they both produce 3 extra. No, Dark Petition or Cabal Ritual only produces 2, right? Because it goes from 3 to 5. But Dark Petition produces 3 or 0. So yeah, it cuts them off of 1 extra mana if you put him on Dark Petition. But anyway. He does play out this LED here, which I think he mentions to me, like, afterwards. He's like, wait, you don't really put Chalice on 0. I think there are moments where you would play Chalice on 0 out as Bomberman versus Ant, but you really don't want to. You have so many zeros in the deck, and, like, having Karn to turn off all of their zeros. This fucking game. The game that we get to go turn 1 Chalice on 1, turn 2 Karn the Great Creator and just... So this is something I talked to Cyrus about after the match. Conventional Bomberman thought from some Bomberman players that I had talked to had mentioned that they like boarding in the Tormod script because you don't actually have a huge density of... You don't have a huge density of cards that actually matter in these matchups. You have like exactly 4 Karn, 4 Chalice. Like you do almost no sideboarding here. So it's like if you're forced to keep hands that are like pretty threat light a lot of the time. You'll keep turn 1 Chalice to hope that's good enough, and like hope you draw into more stuff or like put pressure on your opponent. So having a turn 1 script in the deck is an additional thing, but I get super punished. And, like, games 2 and 3, I have turn 2 Karn and, like, don't get to wish for a crypt. I talked to Cyrus after, and he was like, no, you should definitely just be leaving in the board. Like, if you can just, like, cast Karn and wish for crypt immediately, it's so hard for Ant to beat. or if he has bounce another enough that you should kill the. Oh, that you should kill the. I should plus and kill the LED instead of wishing for my LED. It's interesting. That's a line that I definitely did not consider. I was definitely feeling like relatively safe with 2 hate pieces. But then Cyrus shows me these are my favorite lines right here. The storm kills where you get to chain of vapor your own stuff. Yeah, plus it's not a bad idea. The minus lets you just like lattice next turn though, which is pretty huge, right? Chain of Vapor, sack my land, bounce my other thing, sack my other land, bounce the thing. None of the rest of your hand, because I'm not paying. Oh yeah, no, the rest of my hand probably sucks here. Like I kept Chalice. I don't even remember what my hand was, to be honest. I kept Chalice Karn and like the ability to turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Karn. That was all I was about. Chat's roasting me for not grabbing Crypt. Because right here, if I had Tormod's Crypt, like, he can't kill me. He's super unlikely to you tap it. Like, you're not wrong. But yeah, right there, the ability to put him at 3 mana instead of 5 is very big. Because his hand is just his hand is actually just ad nauseum. And he has not made a land drop, I believe, because he was on the or no, yeah, he was on the play. And yeah, this is where he just like fucking kills me. Minimize the chance of getting Cyrused. Chat's going ballistic about like the 1 missed storm count on like playing one of the artifacts when I am in fact incredibly dead. But yeah, no, we die here. And can we fast forward to the next one? No, come back. There we go. Maybe. Does Crypt save you? Yeah, Crypt makes it so that he can't cast the ad nauseam out of his hand. I cracked the Crypt in response to the Cabal Ritual there, and he only has 3 mana instead of 5. And he can't cast that ad nauseam. And he didn't have enough lands to like also bounce the Crypt and force me to crack it and then try to like Cabal Ritual in response to the Crypt or something. Yeah, he only played the 1 crit. He literally went from 2 to like he went from 2 to 5 mana with the It's assuming he's thinking about crit resolving unlike last game. I think in the position where I have no hate pieces besides the Tormod's Crypt in play, I'd think about the Cabal Ritual a lot more. And when he has 2 cards in hand, post Cabal Ritual, and and I'd be taking him from 5 to 3 mana. Then the Tormod's Crypt activation is pretty easy. What is the hand I kept here? I think it was like turn 2 Karn. And like a bunch of other stuff. What is it? Plains. I can't see anything. I see a Karn, land, petal. Is it just land, petal, Karn? No, that's not right. There's one other card in there. Karn's real good, though. Draw more petals. Punch from... Easy once you stop drooling. There we go. And then here we also don't wish for the Tormod's Crypt because it's in our deck. I actually talked about this too, like whether it's a play draw thing, where if turn 2 Karn on the play is good enough for the Tormod's Crypt, but on the draw you really want to like be able to just have the Tormod's Crypt in your opening hand. Someone in chat saying to get Chalice, as if I've boarded a Chalice out versus Storm. Oh, someone asked if I boarded in the Crypt. Okay, there we go. Crypt definitely did something last game. Chat's crazy. Burp Decay's my Lion's Eye Diamond, like a rude person. What a jerk. So we draw the Chalice. So this is the fun one. I put the Chalice on 2 here because my plan is 100% I'm just going to lattice them. I'm just going to lattice Cyrus here, so putting the Chalice on 2 stops echoing. Oh god, that's super loud. I just forgot to turn the volume down after I was getting the commentators. Mana Carta MTG, thanks for the follow. Sorry if I don't know how that sound translated to the stream, but whatever. But anyway, stops Echoing Truth and more importantly Hurkyl's Recall from just like blowing me out when I try to lattice next turn. And we have lattice locked up here because we can play the Chalice on 2 like I do, and then I play the Lotus Petal out so I don't get Thought Seized and like take me off of 6 mana because we're just like locked into the Mycosynth Lattice plan here. So yeah, you just pulls up the Karn on nothing, play the Petal out. Man, we could have just fucking died by putting it on 2 instead of 1. His hand has so many 1s. 2 is like still really good at stopping like Infernal Tutors and stuff. Yeah, his hand is abrupt. I guess it doesn't like matter a ton. He's turned 3 and he has an abrupt decay in hand, so we get to like abrupt decay the Chalice in 1. And then played his 1-drops or whatever. But yeah, this game I think just ends this turn, right? He like plays land. Abrupt Decay is my Chalice of Void. I don't know why he does this at sorcery speed. Talk about the Chalice trigger that happens. Curious on why he does that at sorcery speed. Because like he could lock me out of playing a Chalice on 1 if I draw it next turn, right? But yeah, we just minus this Karn and lattice him. GG's. But yeah, that's my Cyrus match. So like I said, it's a lot like I've been playing Death Attacks for a long time, and in terms of how interesting the matches are, they play out like relatively similarly. Like all of those games were me just like putting my hate cards into play and crossing my fingers that they were good enough, right? Like game 2, I was like, well, I have this Chalice and I have this Karn. I hope this is good enough. And then it wasn't good enough and I died. I mean, it would have been good enough if I had Torment Script in my deck, or in my sideboard still, but that's neither here nor there. I think I'm just going to stop boarding it in against Ant, though, after talking to Cyrus about it. I also might want to do a split, like play 2 Torment Script. You get to board in 1, leave the other in the sideboard, and only play 2 Containment Priest. Containment Priest is nice against some of the other decks, though. I didn't think of the plus line. The plus line, actually, I'm pretty interested in. The plus line puts me further away from latticing, obviously, but I think game 2 had exactly one decision, right? It was plus the Karn on the LED. I think I was feeling a little bit too safe. I should have definitely sniffed out that there was... I mean, I did sniff out that there was something going on, right? With the... Like, you don't just, like, pass with 2 mana there. This is definitely just, like, an echoing truth on the Chalice or something. A particular on the Chalice, something like that. I had another Chalice named too, but playing Chalice on 2 seems weak. Then the sideboarding choices. Yeah, the sideboarding choices aren't, I wouldn't really say are like decisions that are particularly interesting. It just experience in the matchup, right? He could have cantrips and combos. Yeah, like he could have just had nothing, like Chalice shut off his whole hand and he dies. But like, if that's the case, then we're already like ahead. I think we want to be focused on the games that we could lose, right? Thanks, Negator. I think I wanted to be more focused on the games that, like, how do we lose from this position? And how do we lose from this position is definitely, like... I mean, not that I could have... besides the plus on the Karn, I don't think there's a lot I could have changed about that. Because we don't have the Tormund script in the sideboard at that point. But plusing on the LED is definitely interesting. Puts me further away from latticing, and I didn't feel like the Karn was good enough, but, like, I think we had another Chalice in hand. So when does the Bomberman emo come? One day when the rest of my emotes come, too. So when did you learn you were 16 on 17? So they put up the results for the end of the tournament after they announced top 8. And I forget, one of the people in the group basically comes up and says, my condolences. And I go over to the pairing sheet and I see I'm 17th place by like 0.0013% or something. And then they announced that they got one of the results wrong. And I was like, all right, come on. Gotta bump me up those points. And then they posted new ones. And I jumped to 16th. Like, so this was in the span of like 3 minutes. And I was ecstatic. Yeah, tiebreakers are the fucking best, right? God. Difference between $150 and $300. Yeah, I forget who it was that came up to me, because I hadn't seen it yet. There were too many people crowding around. I wish I had snapped a picture of the first one. Said actually top 8 in 2 years based on his current rate. Yeah, what place did he get last year? I forget. How much did he go up? How many places? I did a lot better this year than I did last year, that's for sure. How many did I do last year? Definitely, like, not good at all. Anyway, it's already, like, super late, so we might not even finish this league. You got 15th last year, and you got, what, 12th this year? So yeah, that math checks out. He's gonna draw into 9th next year. Oh, man. Thanks, Cheesehead. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Let me tell you, playing this deck in paper, a lot better than playing it online. Just infinitely better. It's so nice. Resolving Urza's Bobble is much more obnoxious, but in a fun way. And infinite comboing people's a lot easier. I didn't actually like Bomberman kill people that much. Look bigger on the internal weekend cam than on your cam here. Yeah, it's the different angles. I'm a pretty big guy, though. How many times did I even combo people? Like, it can't have been more than like 5 times I legitimately like Auriok Salvager's LED, you're dead. So we played Cyrus. I never did it. I played Andreas Peterson in round 4. I counted Grix's control, which is the worst. Thanks, the man with the plan. Hello, kitty. And I never comboed him. I just beat him down with like mentor stuff. He lost to Bomberman. Did he? It's amazing. And then I lost to Miracles. Game 1 I comboed Miracles. So that's the first time. And then games 2 and 3 I died. Round 6 was Monored Sneak, and I did combo kill once. So that's 2 times. Round 7 was Painter, and I never combo killed. I Karn killed. And round 8 was Miracles again, and I think I latticed. Yeah, I latticed them and then died twice. So I actual Salvagers killed twice in day 1, and then day 2 was Enchantress, which I never did, and then Turbo Depths, which I never did. I literally only Auriok Salvagers LED killed twice in 2 games all day, or all weekend. The combo kill versus Monored Sneak was nice, though. My opponent cast a turn 2 Inferno Titan on the play, and I won the game. Please stop. Please, no, stop it. Stop getting disgusting slobber all over my face. Yeah, I also never faced Elder, that's true. Get out of here, cat. Jesus Christ. You horrible, drooling monster. How do you beat Monored Sneak Attack without comboing? Game 2, I cast a Containment Priest and beat them to death. And then, like, cast a Monastery Mentor at some point and helped beat them to death. Monored Sneak Attack's a much better matchup than the normal Mono-Red deck, because they just have less things that, like, less hate pieces. And you just get to board in 3 Containment Priests and 3 Plows and 2 Disenchants. Please stop, kitty. So this hand yeah, Mono-Red Sneak, not the strongest deck. This hand has turn 2 Cyclers. We're on the draw here. Turn 3 Karn or Forge. Seems good enough. Man, I haven't played Moto in a solid week here. I was briefly confused that I entered a modern league. Is this like, I guess this is Cloud Post. What's up, Lynn Chalice? Amulet Titan. But yeah, no, we can just play Plains here. It's probably Depths. I guess that's the smart thing to assess from this. It could just be Depths. I always forget that Expedition Map's a card that they play sometimes. It doesn't change my turn 1 play, though. Let's take a look. What do they got? Oh, it is Cloud Post. I'm not going to crack this yet. They could shuffle. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. Let's draw a Lotus Petal or... Yeah, mostly Lotus Petal. We want to just like play this card and lock out this map. Dang, unlucky. You gotta tell the... Oh yeah, the surprise Depths game. Oh, that was fun. We'll talk about that too, I'm sure. My round 10 Depths opponent goes they like mold a 6 or something, and they go. What was it? Sorry, I'm having a lot more trouble talking now that I'm actually thinking about a game of Magic as well. But they go throw in Thespian Stage Pass on like a mold of 6 or something, and please go away, kitty. Another map, nice. Guess I get to kill one of these maps at least. I keep interrupting my own story, so I'm just not going to tell it until later, I guess. Box Opal. Well, that doesn't do anything. So we can play Karn here, Wish for LED. That's pretty good, right? And then we set up for the kill. We lock out one of these maps. My opponent probably can't interact super well. Yeah, I'm into that. Maybe they'll just let this resolve and not even crack a map. Dang, they found the line. Play this Cloud Post. They have Blast Zone and they shuffled away the Ancient Stirrings, so. They just get another Cloud Post, sure. Ugh. What's this? Crop rotation? That makes sense. But I'm just gonna have a lot of mana here. They could do something scary, I guess. Pretty sure I'm locked into wishing for this LED, but if they crop rotation for another Cloud Post, they have 1, 2, 3. They have like 7 mana next turn, which could break bad for me. 5 mana. Well, if they crop rotate this into post and then untap, play the post, they have 7, right? Wait, no, they have a lot more than that because they have four posts. They have 9. What are you doing, kitty? Ow, please don't stab me. Your freakishly long nails that I need to cut. Opponent, yeah, I don't know. Opponent, come back, please. I guess I can tell my story now. Oh no, they decided to immediately make a play. But yeah. Alright, my current resolve's cool. Wish for a Lion's Eye Diamond, and pass a turn. They don't crop rotation at all. Interesting. Ancient Stirrings. So now they're probably dead. I think it's like cast like a Thought Knot Seer. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. They have to take the Salvagers though. And then we might be able to bridge. I don't think we would have managed to do all that, but this resolves. Sure. Oh, please stop. Maybe I'll take the LT and lose. I mean, I couldn't win, right? Because I'd make infinite mana, but I couldn't do anything with it. Unless we top decked a. Oh no, I have a bunch of bubbles in the yard. Yeah, they would die. That would be funny. Did you put another LED in the sideboard? No, because they exile the LED and then you can just wish for it with the Karn, because Karn can wish for things in exile too. Thought Not Seer exiles. God, I hope they take the Lion's Eye Diamond. That would be hysterical. Just take the Salvagers and be done with it. How much mana? I guess I would be thinking about my turn now, right? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. They took the LED! Oh man! Oh man. gonna gonna get him. What's up, G-Lavamancer? Oh. Oh boy. Man, do I got a combo with Mishra's Baubles here? My opponent has so much mana. They could, like, probably not do anything, realistically. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have Forge. We don't have a Forge and the combo, right? Do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opal doesn't even produce mana. Wait, yeah, no, it does. So 7. We could, oh no, we could Mentor, right? We can't. Salvage only picks up 1 CMC or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, the other Opal produces 8, 2. Oh wait, can we kill? Salvager's LED Mentor. Yeah, hang on. No, these don't produce mana unless we played the Forge. Right? Because we don't have enough artifacts in play. Would wish for the LED. Play the LED, play the Opal, play the Salvagers. LED's an artifact. Yeah, then we only have 2. LED Opal, right? We could Forge LED Opal, Salvagers kill. Yeah, we can play Salvagers and, we can play Forge and Salvagers, which gives us increased likelihood of a kill, I guess. Wait. No, we can just play the other Karn, right? We can just wish for nothing that's lethal, because the Blister would have to go to the graveyard. Can we play the other Karn? Only if we wish for, like, a Tormod script, right? And that doesn't do anything. Karn's not an artifact, but it can turn into an artifact. You could wish for a 0, but we don't have any good zeros, right? Yeah, so that'd just be way too much mana. I think getting the other Fortune play is fine. Wish for Casket. Alright, so we'll play the Forge here. It's infinite salvage. Yeah, it's infinite mana with Salvagers, but we don't have. Like, I'm burning a bunch of time here for no reason, but. Like, we just draw infinite cards instead. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. Now we have the kill, right? We just play the LED off the top and wish for the Ballista. You just jam Lattice and drop card next turn. Completely outskilled. A real all roads led to Rome scenario. Should we ask them if they'll concede to Ballista? If you show the... Oh, my opponent actually said in chat. Managed to find the not losing line. Hang on. This dang cat. Stop that. Yeah. Managed to find the less bad line. What's up, Vintage Master? Yeah, I think that line was the... Yeah, the option was draw our deck or try to find immediate lethal. Oh, what's up? Yeah, I remember. I recall this. That was the round 2, where we had buys, but they didn't register or whatever. That was fun. But anyway, what are we playing against? You want any of this stuff? Disenchants maybe? Cast out maybe? They're Thought Seer deck. I don't even know what this deck has in the sideboard. What the heck does 12? What is 12 Post playing here? Do I want any of these? Why are you the worst, Cat? Cast out seems like pretty fine, right? Like exile. Are they a Karn deck? They have like 1 million mana. Wouldn't be surprised. Cast out seems like the safest bet here. Thorns and stuff. They could have, I guess. They could have like Thorns. How else would they be combo, right? Thought-Knot Seers and Thorns and stuff. This guy's probably safe. You can like snipe maps or whatever with it. I imagine they have some number of artifacts in their deck. These Chalices probably suck. It's like Ancient Stirrings, but they're probably also a Chalice deck. I just board like this, I guess. Put in the 1 plow, snipe Thought-Knot Seers with it. I think all these other cards suck anyway. Ask Army. Yeah, is Army still in chat? What's your sideboard look like? Oh yeah, they're on Candlestick. That would make sense. Yeah, but if I want to keep Chalice, then what am I boarding in? Or what am I boarding out? Mystic Forge? Imagine this matchup is not going to take a long time. Maybe that's actually the play. Chalice. Yeah, I'm not sure. Chalice is like weirdly okay against posts sometimes. If they're on Candlestick plus like crop rotations and I need his mitt. And Ancient Stirrings and stuff. Wow, this hand sucks. This hand's a lot better. Turn 2 Karn. I'm into it. We'll put the second city on the bottom, I think. I think we're going to go Cavern of Souls into City of Traders. Lotus Petal. Human. There's a second mod here. I don't think there's a reason to play with this Petal, I don't think. Are they a Chalice deck? It's probably worth playing out this Petal just in case. So there's like there's a non-0% chance they can like Chalice. Like, what if Chalice on 0 if they had it, right? Well, I guess that's a reason. Although I can't play my card into that anyway. But yeah. I guess I'm supposed to tap differently, but it does not really matter. We can hopefully play this Karn. Oh god. Come on, kitty. Oh yeah, I was supposed to play the LED too, duh. Brain is not firing on all cylinders today, that's for sure. Thought not me? Another sphere. Alright, well, we're never casting this Karn. Ooh. Like that. I think we're just gonna go land, hold up Disenchant. No, Disenchant costs 4, so we can't actually do that unless we play the city, which I don't want to do. We can just cast the Karn into the double sphere next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could play city Disenchant. It's like not unreasonable, but then we have to lose our city to cast our Karn, right? Can't play Ballista. Could just play the LED out. I mean, we could also not lose the city if we just lose the Petal, right? Losing City's like kind of a big loss if there's like a sphere versus a player, right? We're down to 3 mana versus sphere. If we can't keep the Karn around. What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? Because I kind of want to end up with the play pattern of like Karn minus for Glass Casket and then plus on a sphere and kill it. Or we just try to set up like Lattice them, right? If we Karn next turn, if we just go land LED, then the following turn we land Karn, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, alright, yeah, I'm into that. Please stop. Karn could be 2 spheres if we just Lattice my opponent. Oh, that's a lot of spheres. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My Karn costs 7. Alright, well, we drew this Ancient Tomb, which is nice. So now we can cast a Disenchant through 3 spheres, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of just want to leave all the spheres in place so my opponent can't cast stuff. Is that wrong? Oh no, my opponent's casting stuff. I can't beat that. Pithing Needle. Well, that needs to resolve, then we just disenchant the needle. At this point, it's a Hypersphere. So this has got a name Karn, right? Yeah. 100% just disenchanting this needle now. Oh, please stop stabbing me, cat. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So we don't even have to sack this pedal here. We're playing Bloodstone when pumping is the cheaper option. You're not wrong. So we have 7, 8 mana, but the thing costs 9, so I can't actually wish for it here with the Karn. I think I'm just gonna wish for a Glass Casket or Tick Up. My opponent has 2 cards in hand, so I'm a little concerned if I Tick Up and they just have like another Needle, then we're kind of left doing nothing. I don't think they can like pressure the Karn damage-wise, right? So I don't think we get super punished for ticking down. Although, I guess if we're just latticing... yeah, I don't think they have, like, Smasher. We would probably grab the Glass Casket and be fine. Just, like, punch these spheres. Another Pew Pew. That's also not unreasonable. We have a bunch of mana. The Glass Casket line is if they have something that, we don't take the Lattice, because we can just win next turn with the LED if we don't try anything. The plan is if we untap with this Karn and they have no creatures in play, we just Lattice them and they die. I think I'm going to plus with no targets. Maybe this is wrong. It's possible I want the Glass Casket here. Glass Casket obviously doesn't beat like the second needle line. But it does help if there's like some other thing that's standing in front of me being able to like if they like Thought Not Seer me, then that doesn't work. The Karn still goes down to 4. I don't think we definitely don't have mana to like cast a Ballista and then Lattice them, because Ballista costs like 1,000,000 mana. I guess that's true, they aren't close to casting the card. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Yeah, the spheres are just locking them out. We're just gonna like cast our spells and they're gonna die. We're just going to crack LED minus Karn for Lattice and Lattice them. And hope they don't have, I don't even know what they could have. The Force of Vigor in their deck with no green cards. Give Ratchet Bomb on the board. We do not. Would have been a cool one. I think I probably would have grabbed that. I'm not that interested in any of the cards in our sideboard, which is why I didn't end up down ticking it. We've talked about forces don't work under... Oh yeah, they can force the... whatever. Force my LED to my upkeep. But also definitely not on force, so... Oh god, what's gonna... Oh no, what's happening? I'm scared. Whoa, it's actually force on my LED! Oh no! Oh, that's... they did have it! That's good. Alright. Sure. You got me. Good, opponent. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, and we need 9 mana to... So we need to draw like a soul land if we want to lattice them. We could also alternatively just like wish... that'd take a long time, but yeah, I guess that resolves. You got me. You got me good, opponent. That's funny. Just wish for LED? Yeah, we're just gonna wish for LED, cast it, and then set it up for next turn. I guess we'll also play a bauble. Yeah, I want to look at a card in their hand. Blade Blister for 1. I guess that's probably the smart play. In case they have a creature, then the Ballista blocks it. But why did I do that when I could instead... Wait, could I even play the Ballista for 1? No, because we only have 1 mana left after playing the LED, right? Ballista costs 2 more? Oh no. Okay, that's just a 4 mana string, sure. What you gonna get, opponent? Thespian Stage. Oh, that's pretty good. Not good enough. Assuming their last card in hand is not Elvish Spirit Guide, which we will find out using this Ursus Bauble. Let me see. It's Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. They're a little ways off of that one. If it was Spirit Guide, then we can just wish for a Staring Bridge and keep living. Okay, now they're dead. Oh, we don't even need to crack this LED now. Do we? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna crack it just in case I'm bad at math somehow. Because they are just dead. Okay, cool. They conceded. We did it! Cast Bauble for the BM. We could. We had enough mana, right? Because if we had exactly enough to cast... yeah, punted down, wait for us to show him the lattice. That is accurate. Yeah, what a put if I just didn't have a Mycosynth lattice in my Karn the Great Creator deck. Whoops, I boarded it in. What a fool I was. That was extremely funny, though, the Force of Vigor. I was like, they probably can't support Force of Vigor in this deck. Not nearly enough green spells. Upkeep, Force of Vigor, your LED. Completely wrecked. And by wrecked, I mean absolute desperation played by the opponent. We just get to wish for an LED. Main deck lattice to open up sideboard space. Now that's just good deck building. It was really funny that my opponent actually took the LED with that Thought Not Seer, and that we could have killed them, but went for a different line because I didn't want to like draw my whole deck. I just wanted them to actually be dead. But we couldn't get to the Mentor for Infinite Monks line. So the only play was like Mystic Forge and Prey. Maybe I'll play some a little bit better Magic than last round. Brain not firing all cylinders quite yet. I'm all magicked out still. This hand has turn 2 Mentor Opal, but it's like it's really awkward at actually casting our 4s here. Our 4s are really good if we get another land drop. If we get another land drop, though, that probably means that we aren't mentoring on turn 2. We're really far away from this Opal being online. What are your nightmare match with the Bomberman? I think 4-color Loam is supposed to be a nightmare matchup. I haven't played any matchups that like have felt like they were absolutely unwinnable, but that's also because I haven't played a decent number of the matchups that people have talked about being like really bad. But on in theory, 4-color Loam seems like a really rough matchup. The Chalice of the Void deck with like infinite removal and grinding. And like very easy ways to deal with Karn and Mystic Forge. Nightmare match with the Mirror. It does seem hard to navigate. 20 lands in the deck, 4 petals. Man, petal would be such a sick rip here. These are the hands that always punished me. Your Karn deck loses to Karn, and Chalice deck loses to Chalice. Like, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. My opponent turn 1 Karn to me in round 7 of the Eternal Weekend, and it was extremely rude. I mean, not a lot of decks in general can beat turn 1 Karn, but it was really rude. I think I'm keeping this. I may be wrong. I'm like maybe super wrong. We have a lot of good draw steps in 2. Oh dear. Alright, well it looks like my keep didn't super matter. No, it was it was Red-Black Painter. It was a sweet deck. They just went like Ancient Tomb, Petal, Karn you. Alright, well, time to fire this petal into the sun, or this opal into sun, hoping to like draw into turn 2 Karn for Crypt, assuming we get there. My opponent's a Rammer player that kept 7, so we're probably dead. Unmask, targeting me. We have 3 cards left in hand. I imagine one of them is a reanimation spell, but like, there's a world where we can beat this Chancellor. If we can get to enough mana. So I think we played out here. Especially because we have 2 Karns, they can't take both of them, so Karn could potentially like find bridge. They took the Opal. I guess that makes some sense. So I can't turn off their Chancellor attacks. There are a lot of ways to turn off Chancellor attacks, though. Like this Lotus Petal. Wow, this Lotus Petal was an exceptional draw. Now we get to, like, Plains Lotus Petal, and we can turn 2 Karn for, Crypt. Hey, get down from that, kitty. Assuming my opponent is about to Chancellor me, though, I don't really know what the plan is. Find more mana? So we can... yeah. So we can wish for bridge, I guess. So this thing just force spikes all my stuff. Hey, that's more mana. So we hit this land drop, go to 15, hit this land drop, play Karn, go to 10, or they punch the... so they have to punch the Karn, so yeah, we're fine here. Human is technically an uncounterable mentor. Not be casting it this turn. So now we just Karn for bridge here. I hope they don't Thought Seize me. Or make like a Grizzlebrand, draw a million cards, or an Ashen Rider exile my bridge or anything. They're just flashing back looting here, I imagine. Yeah. If they discard something scary, we might need to... Oh no, we can't actually Wish for Crypt and play it because of the Chancellor. They have a Therapy. But if they want to Therapy the bridge out of my hand, the only thing they can sack right now is a Chancellor, so... Unless they have another they might have another reanimation spell though. So but then if they like take the bridge, I mean that's kind of bad for me, I guess. I don't really know what the plan would be there at that point, but not a lot I can do about it, right? They also could have just kept the Therapy in hand if they didn't have something to sack to it. So I might as well force them to sack something to it. So Karn Wish for bridge. Clear the Karn. Come on, pass the turn. Okay, that's fine. Unless they Therapy me here. Which they might. I don't think that leaning on being able to double Force Spike it is good enough, right? Yeah. But then why not just not discard the Cabal Therapy, right? They name Ensnaring Bridge, or... Chancellor makes us that we're never going to be able to do anything there. We're going to go down to so little mana, too. I think the plan has to be Karn for this Tormod's Crypt and hope my opponent like attacks my face instead. If they don't go after the Karn, then we can Crypt ourselves and Wish for the bridge again. Once we're at like 5 life, assuming we find a 4th mana source to cast the Ensnaring Bridge a second time. But if they attack the Karn, it buys me more time to... I don't know if we have any answer to this Chancellor at that point. Draw a 3rd Karn, I guess, but... I don't really think we have a very good plan here. I think there's a world where they don't see the Tormod's Crypt line and just attack my face. Seems really loose, though. Leaving a Karn in play seems just, like, really risky for no reason. But you never know. No, they go after Karn, sure. So this buys me a little bit more time to hopefully, like, find a second Karn. Oh, well, that's bad. Now we're just super dead. Yeah, not gonna win this one. Play Mentor, get 2 triggers, tie to a bunch of giant flyers. Sounds about right. Yep. Alright. Sideboard time. Cut all this slow shit. Yeah, it looks fine. This is a matchup where I really do think that you just want to board in enough fast stuff to not die. Because red-black Reanimate is like so good at just killing you before your Karn's actually online. This match is really just like hard mulling for turn 1 Continuum Priest, which a lot of Reanimator decks just straight up can't beat. But also, like, turn 1 Chalice is still like also very good against these decks, especially on the play. But yeah, hard mulligan for your hate. I will go first. This one is definitely not a keeper. Source Supply Share is not good enough when we get hands. Yeah, I think turn 2 Container Priest on the draw is just gonna have to be good enough. I'm gonna also multi 6. This is like fine. We're gonna send one of the planes to the bottom. On the off chance we like find Karn or like stuff to do with a bunch of colorless mana, I think we'd rather have the city left over. We don't generally need more than one white source anyway. We're going to lead with Ancient Tomb. The life total isn't a huge deal. Just Ancient Tomb, Bobble, go. If they Thought Seize me, we're really leaning on the Salvagers, but if we find an LED, then the Salvagers is gas. Opponent's going to 5 here. Shame on you, Squawk got neglected. I haven't played Squadronox in a hot minute. Alright, so there we go Chancellor next, so we can just go Plains Bobble here. We could alternatively we could go Tomb Bobble, but given the fact that we're almost 100%, actually, maybe I'm supposed to actually Tomb Bobble here. Assuming we get Thoughtseize, because if we untap with the Container Priest, I think we just win. But if we get Thoughtseize and lose the Container Priest, I think we want the Tomb in play in case we get 2 draw steps towards like a Karn or a Chalice or something. So I don't think our life total is a big deal here. So I think Tomb Bobble is fine. Drawing a swamp, sure. Please don't turn 1 me on your Mold of 5. Therapy, resolve. Oh, therapy themselves. That's a little bit scary. They just have like Lotus Bell to reanimate their Chancellor. Okay, cool. They're just doing it on turn 2, so they're just dead. Yeah, it's just straight game. Oh, and we have Bomberman combo lined up for next turn, sure. Would you like to concede, opponent? Alright, fine. Okay, there you go. A little bit of a delay there. What? Stop bullying Grizzlebrand. Grizzlebrand is like, if there's a card in Legacy that deserves to get bullied, it's definitely Grizzlebrand, right? I mean, on top of, like, Ren and 6 and Trian Nemesis for being egregious design mistakes. But, like, Grizzlebrand's a really fucked up card. Grizzlebrand's always the bad guy. Just ship it back here. You really kind of hope you really want them to have those clunker hands when they're on the play here, because if they just like snap off a 7, Bomberman's not going to be like the best 7s out of red black, just because you don't get to do anything until you get a turn to play a land. Later army. I don't think this hand's good enough. It's got a Caracas and a Source of Plowshares, but I don't think that's good enough. What, it kept 7? Keep as Caracas seems like very ambitious. Yeah, people love to concede in like very weird spots. We're on the draw. We're on the draw and we have 2 redraws. We have so many draws that we're not winning. Yeah, I mean we're not winning the turn 1, but like there are definitely worlds where they don't turn 1 me and the hand still loses, right? Like we can't beat like turn 1, land go, and step into Grizzlebrand, untap, or animate dead my Grizzlebrand, right? Like we Crocs in and they draw 14 cards and we die. Whereas if we mulligan to 6 and have turn 1 Container Priest, like that's game, right? If they don't Thoughtseize me. I'm not actually sure. These are the hands with like enough like light hate. Like obviously I wouldn't snap off a hand with just the Crocus or snap off a hand with just the Plow, but with both of them, is it good enough? I think the answer is still no. Especially because we don't have any fast mana to get towards this Karn anyway. I really don't think we're beating a Reanimator 7 with this hand, but there aren't a lot of hands that we're going to ever beat a Reanimator 7 with, right? On the draw, at least. On the draw post board. Let's keep it for science. Maybe I'm overestimating how good Reanimator openers always are. They only most of the time have the Grizzlebrand, right? Maybe this hand is just horrendous. I don't know. Maybe they're going to turn 1 me and it didn't matter. Yeah, like if they just like pass turn here and I don't have a Container Priest, I just feel like an idiot, right? Oh, they have nothing? That's pretty good for me. 1230 Gaming Inc. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. And definitely leading with Caracas here. Obviously incentivizes them to like find knowledge and so whatever, but we have a Plow for a knowledge, and so that's not a huge deal. We are not going to... there are times where you want to Source Speed crack Baubles in this matchup, specifically when you're digging for a Container Priest, but we don't have the mana to cast it, so we'd rather play around Thoughtseizes. So we are just going to Caracas, Bauble, say go. Like, if we had a Lotus Petal here, we would crack these Bauble Sorcery Speed to try to draw one of our 3 Container Priests. You got in what you drawing? A swamp, that's fine. It's not too threatening. You got it, boss. I got nothing. Unmask, sure. I'm like not supposed to play the Sanctum Swarm, right? They have an unmask in hand, but like then they have to take the Source of Plowshares, and I have like 2 cards and shit. And I obviously still have Karakas too. Let's just draw Katana Priest, make my life easy. Wow, none of those cards are Katana Priest, huh? Wow, they attack me and I can't flash in the Katana Priest in response to the reanimation spell? That's some big brain play right there. I think we're just gonna Cavern and Sorcery Speed Bobble them to try to find Priest. That's cool. Like, we could play Ballista on one, but I think we'd rather just try to top deck Katana Priest, right? I don't think the Ballista... We could Ballista on one of the Sanded Swarm. That's also a line. I think I'm fine with just drawing a card here, though. Because if we Ballista on one, we still don't have the plow up, so, like, the attack on the Sanded Swarm attacking doesn't matter. Unless we played, like, City of Traders Ballista, which seems really bad, because I think we're trying to conserve our mana to be able to cast these Karns. So I think we're just going to Cavern Bobble as they go. What am I supposed to name Construct to play around, like that Force Spike thing? Probably not. If they're casting Ballista into it, we're probably dying. I'll look away for a second, look back, and think it was a Y. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. Oh wait, I almost totally blanked on Sorcery Speeding this. Yeah, what you drawing? Let me see. A Serenity. Okay, it's not that scary. Katana Priest off the top. Hey, look at that. That's just good playing. This has to attack. Yeah, okay. X equals 1 Ballista here. Get to 4 mana. Don't play Karn. Don't Ballista and ping. I'm just gonna flash this in right now. I don't want to deal with the trigger on the stack or whatever. I don't care if they attack with it. I don't want to deal with accidentally clicking through that trigger. Sure. So they played the Swamp. Unmask Serenity, 4 unknowns. I imagine they'll discard something here. If they're playing Sanded Swarm, they might just be playing like straight up Landon's list. Just like I don't think Landon's list has an answer for Katana Priest, right? You play green for that Destroy All Enchantments thing, right? Can't wait to see how much longer it takes for our opponent to concede. True. So they discarded Chancellor Animate Dead. They're unmasking me, pitching Cabal Therapy. So they have Serenity Unknown in hand. Cool. There we go. Cat, why are you jumping at the fucking door? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You go, I don't want to run you over. Okay. Sometimes discard works like that. Yeah, sometimes you look at your opponent's hand and you're like, wow, I can't win. Although, pretty sure my opponent could have looked at their own hand and then the board and also said, wow, I can't win. Their unknown card was 10,000 IQ mutagenic growth and block my Container Priest, untap, and just fucking kill me. Yeah, I definitely would have. I was definitely going to attack into that Sanded Swarm and get wrecked. We're gonna save this one off in the archives. cross out our opponent's name for courtesy's sake. Why do you keep jumping at the fucking wall, you idiot? Hey, beat it. Are you gonna be off D&D for the foreseeable future? No, I'm gonna be playing it some more. I'm playing Bomberman today because I wanted to tie it into like my Eternal Weekend recap stream. But yeah, I'm planning to just play a bunch of like Legacy and like Pioneer until the Legacy Championships in January. So this hand has land, opal, bauble, petal, chalice, and then a really bad mentor, or more likely a 4th mana source to cast Mystic Forge. This seems fine. Fellow owner of Idiotic Cats, I feel for you. Oh wow, my opponent's on 5. Alright, that's pretty good for me. No, the cat's bad in Pioneer. I have no idea what I'll be playing in Pioneer. I have a lot of decks that I want to play, but I don't know what's good. What's both good and appealing to me. Oh boy. Turn 1 Chalice against Elves. I'm into it. Hey, there's the 4th mana source too. Plains. Opal. Bauble. Petal. Chalice on 1. What you're drawing. A Gaia's Cradle. I don't want to see that, but sure. Attack for 1. You got me. I'll draw my card. Another Mentor and another Petal. Do I want a Mentor Petal here, or do I just want to cast Mystic Forge? Would you play Joe Brennan's Soul type Vindices if I donated for it? Probably. If it's cheap enough that I could loan out most of the cards at least. If you send me like an MTG Goldfish link or something that estimates the tick price. Go for the mentor plan. Yeah, but like at the same time, elves can like if I'm just gonna I could play a mentor here, play Petal, say go, and then the following turn I can play Mystic Forge, go off, or I can just play the Mystic Forge here first and then play the mentor later. The Mystic Forge here digs me further towards like stuff that actually ends the game, right? Which is like Karns and Karns. I just want to find like Karn and kill them, right? I'm into just Mystic Forging here. It actually turns off my Opal, and I have to replay the Petal for it, but then we're like untapping and playing Mentor with a Mystic Forge in play, so I think I'm fine. We're gonna... Oh no, it doesn't turn off my Opal. The Mystic Forge is the artifact again. Well, there's a Blist on top. That's pretty good against elves, from what I hear. So we will just draw it. We're gonna crack this bubble on our turn, so we draw it, and we can potentially exile our top card with the Mystic Forge here. It's a card in your hand, opponent. Oh, Wirewood Symbiote. That's a good card. Definitely want to draw this Walking Ballista. Don't really want to draw this Cavern of Souls. Oh, LED. That's pretty good. I'll take it. We want to really play this Ballista on 1 kill, this square in range, and turn off this Gaia's Cradle, so... Ooh. Yeah, we can't kill them with this Karn. We could just cast the Karn after we Ballista on 1, right? So we could Ballista on 1, Petal, LED, discard my hand, Karn, minus for a second LED, and planning on latticing them next turn, but we don't have a Ballista in play, but they're on 1 mana with a Chalice, so that seems pretty decent. I think all roads really lead to Rome here at this point. Ding. Carnage, maybe bash for 4, yeah. All the roads really lead to Rome. Unlucky, other Mystic Forge on top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, so yeah, we just wish for LED so we can wish for Lattice next turn. Unless they draw like land and play an Elvish Visionary here. Okay, cool, they're dead. Would you like to concede, opponent? You would. Weird. So yeah, as cool as Mystic Forge was that game, I think it's one of my worst plans. Although Mentor's also a pretty bad plan here. Maybe this is the board out plan. I think this game like very much hinges just on like walking Ballista and Chalice of the Void. And I think you kind of like win at your leisure with whatever afterwards. I wonder if I should be factoring in like opponent boarding in Leyline in the Void at all. Because it's a little scary if they board in Leyline and we're like kind of strapped for win cons with only like 4 cards. I guess like just Ballista in play is like a pretty decent win con, right? Especially if you have Containment Priest to turn off their ability to find Reclamation Sage. But yeah, it seems pretty fine here. There's potential to want even like boarding in the Glass Casket because Karn's going to be like wishing for Ensnaring Bridge most of the time, but I think this is decent. Sand has a turn 1 Chalice, but more likely has a turn 1 Plow, turn 2 Chalice, turn 3 Salvagers. I think this is good enough. When I'm to 6, yeah. Pro goes to 5 again. Woof. Some less than stellar elf starts. You just you suck. Thanks, Cyrus. Love you too. But you're cool. Oh, okay, thanks. You the best, Cyrus. Hope your stream went well. For my opponent to finish their mulliganing. What you got, opponent? A little tempted to just play this Chalice of the Void. Well, I guess less tempted now. If they just fetch Dried Arbor, we're just gonna fucking plow the shit out of it. And I'd rather not play up my Soul Lane because it's a City of Traders. Are we fetching inside my combat step? Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is dying. Goodbye. We look Chalice and getting erased. Oh god, we. Oh, I guess we can't get them, right? Because, like, if we cast the Container Brace, they just don't fetch the Dryad Arbor. So, like, the Chalice of Void's probably the play, right? They're trying to run back the Dryad Arbor line. It's gotta be the Chalice of the Void. I feel like can't green sun for anything scary anyway. As much as I want to get him, this is not a get him hand. Yeah. They could have an answer for the Chalice. They could be like on abrupt decays and stuff, but... Samurai Fun, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Get another Arbor here. Yup. And KG, thanks for the follow as well. Wow, this doesn't feel like an abrupt decay at all. Maybe they'll attack me. Let's see if we can sniff out the abrupt decay in their hand. Oh, there's a glimpse. Probably supposed to just leave a Container Brace here. Kind of want to get Salvagers down because it lets us pick up our Chalice, though, which is pretty nice. But I'm a little concerned of just like abrupt decay untap and like green sun for stuff. They have 4 cards in hand, one of which is a glimpse, so I don't want to like lose to like green sun for like something to let them fuel a glimpse turn, right? So we just play land, say go. Wow, they can't kill it, huh? I hope they attack this turn. That'd be wonderful. I feel like not for like the bluff not attack last turn. They're just like, I'll just get in the 1 damage now. Dang, unlucky. Go get him, Auriok Salvagers. Pillarfield Ox time. Grey Ogre and Pillarfield Ox. Ooh, they do have an Abrupt Decay. They just didn't cast it last turn, I guess. Sure. I'm just gonna pick up the Chalice and play it. Assuming they can't just like go nuts here. Oh god, I did not expect that to open on this window. Thought it would open up to the side. Yeah, this Chalice is definitely coming back. You could even plow the Arbor and then play the Chalice. Oh man, this is so mean. King Regal, thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Over under on 3.5 turns. So they, definite under on 3.5 turns if the opponent concedes. Bloodbraid, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. It's mean, but yeah, it's mean, but it plays around a second decay for sure. And they're just like not hitting their land drop, so it's just a good play to make. I would like to pick up my Chalice of the Void. I think actually picking up the Urza's Bubbler is free, because... No, we don't have enough artifacts to actually turn on the Opal. But yeah, they're just dead. They might just see the writing on the wall right now. They have like Surgical Extraction. We don't get to play our Chalice on 1 this turn. Oh, they're gonna bog me? Oh boy. That seems like a real bad use of that crop rotation opponent. Now they've also just cut themselves off of green mana, and I still get this Chalice. Yes, this does not end well, opponent. Well, you got my Urza's Bauble. Dang. Would you like to concede, opponent? They Thoughtseas. Chalice on 1. This is the second turn, or this is the first turn since 3.5 turns till the opponent concedes. They exiled my Urza's Bauble, so I can't just use this Auric Salvage just to draw cards. What a jerk. This is turn 2. Okay, now we just get to draw a bunch of cards. They might just straight up die before 3.5 turns elapse. Wait, turn 3 now? Or were we including the turn we were on? If that's the case, then yeah, probably not gonna happen. Okay, stop seeing this Glimpse of Nature. Unless it's like the only thing in their hand, which would be really funny. They could have multiple glimpses. Their hand just like 4 glimpses and 2 other cards would be really amusing. And Shuffle Bug. Oh, they have a hoof. That's not super castable. Can draw one more card here. Man, saw the hoof again? So unlucky. The old draw 4. Oh, those are pretty good cards. Actually, those cards kind of suck except for the Ballista, but they are just dead, so... Maybe we could find LED for... We literally saw nothing but Glimpse and Critter of Behemoth. We have so many ways. I'm lazy and tired. We're gonna cast a 3/3 Ballista and kill them, rather than carning them for infinite. Okay, cool. They died. Really played it out to the bitter end on that one, huh? File for comp. All right, this should open up. Yeah, there we go. Mana Carta MTG, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. So I'm not Bomberman for 2 weeks now. How do you feel like it's positioned in the meta these days? I think it's good. I think the wall that I ran into, which I think is the wall for a lot of like new players like playing new Legacy decks in general, is the Delver matchup. I think Delver's a really good deck for just preying on weak players. So once I got the hang of the Delver matchup, I think like all your matchups in the standard meta, or not standard the format, but like the normal meta game are pretty good. I enjoy a lot of them. Depths I think is one of the trickier matchups at this point, but even then I don't feel like it's that horrible for me. Which cards are cheaper? Yeah, all the standard cards like super fucked pricing wise. It's really obscene. This deck's super expensive. Anyway, can I build this vintage deck? It's 470 ticks. 50, that's an Oko. Fucking Oko. I don't know how much of this deck I own, but If I own some of the dual lands, I probably own like Misty's. I guess I could just download this, right? And just export it and see how much it would actually cost me to build. What are some things to keep in mind of the rug matchup? Running to a wall because rug is called the floor. Touche. The rug matchup has been pretty tricky for me, but things to keep in mind is that I think in general I heavily prioritize taking them off of their clock to the point where like you should be more than likely ballistaing Delvers, unflip Delvers before you're like playing Chalices on one and stuff. Another thing is that you can check if their Delver's going to flip and make that decision later if you have like a Mishra's Bauble. What are we playing? We're playing some Bomberman, some Legacy Bomberman. But yeah, you can use Mishra's Bauble, look at the top of their deck, see if the Delver is flipping, and if it isn't, then you can like safely play out your other cards. If it is, then you want to jam out your Ballista as soon as possible. Cavern of Souls is probably like your best card in the Delver matchup. It lets you like just steal a lot of games through like all their soft permission and stuff. Yeah, Oko is like a bazillion dollars. Oko is the most expensive card in the vintage deck if on Moto money, which is really funny. But yeah, the Monastery Mentor, like early Monastery Mentors are a really easy way to steal things. Yeah, people think that Chalice is like so nuts against Delver, which it is in fairness, but like it's gotten worse as time has gone on, and taking their clock off the board is just huge because if you can buy a lot more time, you're gonna usually win the longer games. How do you separate for Rug or Blue Red? +3 Source of Plowshares, -3 Mystic Forge. And I think I've been boarding in the Cast Out versus Rug lately because they've had a lot of like annoying enchantments or artifacts like Cinder Vines or Null Rod and stuff, and you like it's overcosted and bad against soft permission, but late game you can cast it, and early game you can just cycle it. Wow, this hand sucks. Wow, this hand also sucks. We can turn one Chalice on one, and then do nothing else. I have to imagine this has to be better as a 5, right? We put the Salvagers. No, we probably put the Mentor or the Salvagers at the bottom. We have to go Petal Opal, Petal, Chalice on one. We have Petal Opal, Chalice to keep our Opal alive, so we can cycle this Bauble. Dream bigger, turn on. Petal, Opal, Mentor, Bauble, Chalice on 0. Boom, got him. Wrecked. Debating on if this hand is actually like worse than a 5. Turn 1 Chalice on 1 on the play is like pretty good, and we get 2 draws towards like more mana sources to try to like do things. It's really awkward though because we have an Opal and a Petal left in play. So if we find like an Ancient Tomb, Salvagers is a huge game. If we find like some more mana, maybe this hand is a little bit too loose, but like going to 5 sucks. Yeah, exactly. Is turn 1 Chalice 1 better than going to 5? And like this Opal's like kind of functionally land because we can actually keep it on. I think I'm gonna keep this and put this Mentor in the bottom because we're gonna exhaust our whole hand, and the Mentor's just not gonna have any fuel. There's a higher likelihood of the Salvagers being relevant, even though it's harder to cast. I don't know the order in that I'm actually supposed to cast these to like play around Force of Will. Although they just force the Chalice, obviously, but Storm count 5. I guess I could have bobbled first to see if this Chalice was worth exhausting all of my resources into. That was probably the play. If I like bobble them and I see Chalice of the Void or like Karn the Great Creator or something, then I just don't do this line. I guess I don't need to upkeep this. It's Urza's, not Mishra's. They just like Ancient Doom Chalice me and just look like a fucking idiot. What on earth? Just going to second main. They were just passing the turn. actual Manaless Dredge or what? Dark Ritual. Okay, so like red black reanimator that is down their discard outlet now, so they're moving to discard. I got nothing. Hey, that casts the Salvagers. Do not know who Aegis is. The name struck me as familiar, but no, I don't. So we can cast the Salvagers. It turns off our Mox Opal. It's probably we need to get our Pillar Field Ox into play. One, two, three, four, yeah. If we draw like any zero cost thing, we can start picking up our baubles and cycling, or just picking up our petals to hit land drops. 2/4 put their hands on one leg at a time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need your turn 2 Pillar Field Ox and just get them. Opponent discards a second Thought Seize. Boom! See, this LED set. Wait, oh, this LED just kills them. Well, I guess that's easy. Yeah, that's just infinite draws on their upkeep here. Guess a little float of mana just in case. Probably don't even need to draw that many cards. My opponent's like super far in the dirt here. Just want to draw enough cards to find Karn or Ballista to kill them. And like put all my Lotus Petals back into play. Odds on bubble only showing glimpse enough. Good question. I assume my opponent's on red-black, right? We saw Dark Red, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. We need 4 mana to pick up our petals here. Worst thing about this is you can't win until next turn, so you just play the out because he can just win. Yeah, we just have to keep sitting here. Opponent needs like a. I don't know what they're trying to draw to. I don't think there's like a hand that can kill me. Unmask themselves, land, Lotus Petal, reanimate something, but like, also we draw like 20 cards, like they can't win on that either. Probably just draw like 10 cards here or something. I guess they could be Storm, yeah, that's right. Dark Red, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. Could be Storm. I think we could beat Emrakul. I don't know if we get enough permanents in play to actually beat Emrakul. Technically could put this Mox Opal back in my hand too for more mana. We actually have enough permanents that if we got attacked by Emrakul, we could just sack everything besides Salvager's LED and still like go off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. place. Oh, wait, this is pre-board, right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. This is pre-board. We have no instance or anything. Bobble you. Reveal Infernal Tutor. Sure. Alright, so this is just Storm. Bobble you. Lotus Petal. Bobble you. Duress. Slowly building their hand. Infernal Tutor. Stop showing me the same cards. Could be duplicates, obviously. How to resolve this in paper? Yeah, you just gotta roll for it. Yeah, it's probably drawing enough cards. I'm a little concerned. Let's draw like a couple more cards. Because we do want to kill them when they're at Storm. They have a bunch of shit in their hand, though, so they're probably just dead. Let's draw like 2 more cards. Attack for 2. We find lethal. Oh, we found lethal. Okay, cool. Found twice lethal. Yeah, I mean, if your opponent wants you to roll your dice 37 times, like, that's what you legally have to do. Ritual Unmask, Unmask incoming. We know, like, 4 of the 8 cards in their hand at minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And they can't duress with this child. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Also, they could I could crack my LED and still win here. Like, we don't need any of these cards in our hand. We just need a Ballista. Lotus Petal resolves. Cast Duress. The one thing I never did, actually, I never talked about the depths matchup. I tried talking about it. Wow. All right. Thanks, opponent. We're just talking. It was like last match, right? We're talking about like weird points for your opponent to concede. Yeah, I'm not gonna concede to like 11 draw steps, but I'm gonna cast this Lotus Petal and then like, yeah, I think I am dead here. As it turns out, weird. But anyway, my round 10 depths opponent like is on like a Molda 6 or something. I forget the exact logistics, but they go Thespian stage go, and I have like a pretty medium hand. I don't really do. I think I just go land go or something. And they go oh no, I have like some baubles. And I play 2 baubles. I have Mishra's and an Urza's bauble. So I Urza's bauble them, and they top deck a Vampire Hexmage. And they play Dark Depths for turn, and then pass the turn. So they only have Dark Depths stage up. And like Urza's bauble them, and they have Urborg in hand or something like that. I forget exactly. But I ended up basically knowing that they have Urborg Vampire Hexmage in hand. And they have Dark Depths stage in play. So I was like, all right, well, we're definitely getting 2020 next turn, so I probably just need to like jam this Mystic Forge and try to dig for Karn or like Bomberman kill, right? So I jam. My other option is have this Caracas in play, but it doesn't. I can't like do anything that turn. I have to like waste my whole turn basically leading up this Caracas for a Merit Lace that is almost certainly not going to happen. And then my opponent just on my end step says like it doesn't like reveal any cards or anything. They just say make a Merit Lace, and I was like, how? And then they pick up their hand from the table and like pitch two Elvish Spirit guys. It's like, oh shit. I just fucking died horribly. Did not play around double Spirit Guide out of my opponent's hand there. I got completely dumpstered. I won games 2 and 3 though, so that was great. So what I love about the Storm matchup is I can just sit and talk for 2 minutes. So I just get to resubmit my 60. Alright, so this hand is bad. Ship. Ugh, this hand's also bad. Say better than a 5 though. Turn 2 Mystic Forge is like Dece, right? I think we're shipping this Walking Ballista. Could ship the Petal, but I kind of want something to go with like the Mentor or the Forge. If the Forge digs me into like LED and Salvagers, I'm going to feel like I need for shipping this Ballista, but I think that's fine. I think we're digging for a lot of other stuff here. Assuming we get like Thoughtseize, we want an alternative play in like the Mentor for pressure. Maybe when I'm on the draw, I'm supposed to go to 5 here. Just because like turn 2 Mystic Forge probably not going to do it. If we find any sort of fast mana, though, we could potentially find like a Chalice off of the Forge. If we find an LED, we do Karn off the Forge. Or we could just like top deck. Chalice the Void like a professional Magic player. Yes, please don't spam the chat with flavor text questions. We're just saying go here. Don't think it's worth Mentor plus Diamond here because this if we have Petal plus Diamond still in our hand, we can potentially cast a Karn off of our Mystic Forge, which is really good. That was a fast brainstorm. I hope we're not dead. Very well could be, though. Looks like we might be dead. It's an Adnaz with like 1 billion mana. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. This is an no, this is just deterministic. This is just a piff kill. If ritual, dark edition afterwards. Yup. Really making sure that they can kill me through all that life gain, all my life gain. Just keep it as strange as possible. I guess I'm supposed to concede to that Infernal Tear then, right? That's like the weirdest point to concede. now we get to hit the submit button again. Love to play first. His hands definitely could, especially on the play, you can mulligan pretty aggressively for like actual cards that matter. Because like turn 1 Chalice is just so bananas. Like turn 2 Karn. His hand does not have turn 2 Karn. It's a little awkward. Hey, you stupid fucker. Dang cat. His hand's close to making turn 1 Karn, but not quite. I think we're gonna go down. His hand's pretty reliant on the top of his hand's like. Shit. Now we're just fucked, right? See, it technically has all the combo pieces, but like we're super down on mana, and my opponent is on 7 cards. We go to 4, just have a Chalice hand? Probably not. And that has potential to, well, we have to ship 2 cards, so we have to ship a Salvagers and the Opal. Yeah, this hand is extremely dicey, but I don't think we're going past 5 realistically. We have potential for like turn 3 combo rolled up too. Opal's almost a land drop, but it's not quite a land drop, I don't think. We could potentially... No, we need 2 lands to cast this Blast anyway, so... Our opponent is in Cyrus, so this is a buy, right? We can hope. Like mulligan to 5 and get Thoughtseize sucks, but we're banking on like top decking a soul land or a land at fast mana and not getting Thoughtseized ever. Human. I think I'm gonna play out my LED to play around like Duress. You never know. It could be Cyrus and just abrupt decay my LED here. Then I look like a fool. But if we top deck Soul Land or Land plus Petal or Land plus Opal, then we can just win here, which is pretty good. Pretty decent. Other than that, like Chalice is the only good draw 0. Assuming my opponent doesn't just like kill me here too. It is turn 2. I've provided no opposition. And they have 7 cards in hand. Perfect frantic purification of LED is strong. I have to assume that's a madness card. Please no kill. Okay. Well, we have some draw steps here. We certainly have a number of draw steps. Well, I guess we don't certainly. We could still die. Top, yeah. Oh, that's mean. We have another Salvagers on the bottom of our deck, too. And we need to draw, like, exactly Salvager's Soul Land here to win. Echoing Truth, huh? These cards suck. I was really hoping for a Chalice of the Void at least. These draws were not very good with the Salvager still being in my hand too, but I think we're just dead here. My opponent's going pretty fast. Yeah, I just need my opponent to not have a Piff kill and just have a really bad Adnos kill. This doesn't look like they can just piff me though. Yeah. We are dead, unfortunately. Some metric fuck ton of mana. Don't think the line is that hard. I'm not an expert at storm math, but I think I'm super dead. Hey, they found it. They found the line. They found a line to cast Dark Petition for Tendrils and then Tendrils me. They did it. Dang. Sandez, turn 1, Chalice, stuff, turn 3 Karn. Yeah, I'm into it. I feel like opponent's on Infect. Is that just like a 6 soul read, or do you know who our opponent is? Either way, this hand is just like in the actual nuts against Infect. Avatar profiling. Do Infect players always have the welder icon? I've literally just never changed my profile picture because I don't know. Don't feel like it. Opponent, come back. I need to play turn 1 Chalice the Void. Oh, that's not an Infect land. I guess this is just Storm. Hopefully we can just kill them with Salvagers on turn 3 here. I'm tempted to not play this Walking Ballista because the difference between 18 and 16 against Storm. Because if we untap, we just win the game. Especially because we could play either card or Salvagers. Both of which probably win. But like, the difference between 8 Storm and 9 Storm could come up if I play this Walking Ballista. And like, Ballista dealing 1 damage to my opponent's face probably not coming up. Oh, hey Lackey. Thanks. That's how we know you're a TNT player. That trying a new avatar would be playing like Brainstorm, but you're happy with how things are without such changes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say go. The opponent should like double discard spell here. Oh, hang on. What's happening? Hang on, I'm confused. Chat, please help. Chat, this is actually Painter. Oh, we just get to play our turn 3 Karn. Really wish I had a Walking Ballista in play, though. The LED really threw me off the scent. we can't, like, wish for anything relevant. Yeah. Just playing our own Karn. Showing them what's what. Take that. I think my creatures are better than my opponents here, though, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. What are they wishing for? Spirit Guides exiled. Bridge. Bridge makes sense. So we just wish for a casket and casket this engineer here. Wish for lattice. Oh wait, yeah, we just lattice them, right? Wait, no, it's not a 6/6. They just kill my Karn and then we lose. There are 2 cards in play. We can't get a creature in play before we lattice, right? We don't have enough mana. We have exactly 6. I can't activate any of my abilities because they have a Karn in play. And then they attack my Karn 6 times, and then I lose the game because I've locked myself out. If they didn't have an engineer in play, that tracks. So that's one of the reasons I want to get a casket here. And just casket plus Ballista on 2. Or casket plus Salvagers. I guess Salvage is just bigger than Ballista, right? Ballista can be played for pretty big later. They have 2 mana, so we can just lattice them next turn and win. Assuming they can't put like a reasonable creature in play. Yeah, now we have a Pillar Field box. Now it's time for the lattice. It's a nice Smuggler's Copter. Alright, deal. So if I lattice, they just don't have anything, and then we're fine. Hey, stop that cat. Goblin guy. Pitch guide. I was thinking like pitch spirit guide. Wait, yeah, whatever. All right, we're gonna lattice them. We have more cards in our deck, and we also have just a creature in play, so we're winning on both those fronts. Hey, we did it. Just noticed you had no Wormcoil on the sideboard. I've never played with a Wormcoil on the sideboard. I thought about it, like, briefly. Like, when I was starting the deck, but I think Wormcoil is just not a card you really need access to with this deck. It's, like, only really good in matchups where it's also very hard to resolve. It was one of the things I initially thought of when, like, trying to beat Delver, but it's, like, again, like, it's trying to cast a 6-mana spell, and if you're at that stage in the game, you're probably fine. Card I was thinking about adding back in was actually Liquid Metal Coating, but I'm not sure if that's just, like, me being on tilt from losing to 2 Miracles players. Anyway, let's go on if they have Blightsteel. They don't have Blightsteel in their deck. They're a Welder deck. Painter Welder. What did I board out last time? Chalice of the Voids? Wow, Mystic Forge gets hard countered by a Painter Servant, doesn't it? Oh no, I still cast artifacts. Never Chalice the Void isn't actually the worst, but it's like close. Because if they have like Painter plus Blasts or whatever, and they have Welders almost assuredly, but I think this is fine. Man, opponent fucking next leveled me with that fetch land. So it seems like a keep. This Mentor backed up by like Plows and Disenchant seems pretty strong. Opponent mold again to 6. Deal. I'll definitely stamp off a Plow and an Engineer here or whatever. Yeah, it is really funny how both of my decks are bad at risk. I mentioned that on Twitter. Where I was like, can people stop playing Null Rod on their sideboards? Because none of the decks that I like playing can be Null Rod. I assume this is like an Engineer or something. Maybe a Painter. Smuggler's Copter. Oh, well, I guess that resolves. Can't do anything about that one. I'm gonna let him get a trigger. We're gonna develop our Monastery Mentor here. If they have like a play a creature, create a copter, whatever. That's fine. I'd rather do that than disenchant a Smuggler's Copter, I think. Yeah, Norrod's a good Magic card. Certainly helps with like the Delver's Swarm matchup and stuff. Wow, that was rude. Lightning Bolt, huh? We're playing against like the exact same deck that I played against in round 7 of that event. Feels like it. They haven't shown us black mana yet, though. Although I don't think my opponent last time showed me white mana either. Anyway, we just get to cast another Mentor. Hey, kitty, stop that. Why are you being such a pest? Stream's almost over. You absolute monster. Are you missing your collar? Where? God, you horrible demon. Where did you lose your collar? Duretti? Duretti wouldn't be that scary right now, right? Welder, deal. Crew the Copter. Hit me. Discard a thing. Combo with this Welder. But we could just plow the Welder, so that's fine. Discard another Welder, alright, deal. Another City of Traders. That doesn't really do me any good. We could just cast... Actually, we could just cast Mystic Force. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. We need to cast Mystic Force plus Plow here. I'm trying to think we could play like a Ballista on 2, ping the Welder. Meh. Alright, get out. Out. Get. Damn pissed. Alright, what do we got? Caracas. Fuck that. Wow. Never lucky. If the card isn't Karn tap forward, yeah, something like that. I don't have the mana to play Karn right now, but... So we're developing a board state that's good against Karn, which is good. And we have a lot of things in our hand that stops us from getting Grindstoned, which is also good. Unless they have it in like one turn. Wow, so many lands. Can we not, please? Get some zeros going. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what happened to these. So we have to blow up our city because we can't get this opal online. But once we get the Karn in play, we can wish for like. We would probably wish for just LED, right? To like try to salvage or kill them. We're off mana wise because we're gonna blow up our own city traders. But this opal gets us back, and the LED turns on our opal, so that's probably fine. So float here. Put this on human. Play this Karn. Oh yeah. Plays bowl. Yeah, I mean, I think we're fine with a bowl at this point. Could also just like not minus this card for LED now though, because we have bobble and shit on top. This turns on our opal. Are they dead? 5 plus 8, 13, 14. Yeah, alright, so yeah, we wish for LED, so they just die. There we go. Good old 4-1. Deck's good. Deck continues to perform admirably. But yeah, this is the same 75 that I played at Eternal Weekend. It's hard to make edits to Bomberman to begin with, but I think the only thing I was thinking about is playing a second crypt instead of a third priest, and or trying to fit like a metal coating back in. But anyway, I am very tired. I spent a little bit longer on stream today because we talked about my my on-camera match for Cyrus, so I'm gonna throw in the old towel here. Find someone to host. The Luxac match? You mean the complete skill matchup? The complete skill match. Oh, Lackey, you weren't around at the beginning, where so everyone thinks, or I'm informing people, so people are starting to not think this anymore. But everyone thinks that I drew the third Karn that game because Cyrus Lotus Petal duressed my 2 Karns that were in my hand, and I top decked another Karn and like won that game specifically because of that. Yeah. The real trick was that was a Mulda 6, and we had already put the third Karn on the bottom of our deck. So the Karn that we top decked was, in fact, the last Karn. For maximum levels of skill. Anyway, let's find someone to host. Magic is indeed magical. Goes Grape Shot, playing some Ant. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Always a fun time, especially coming off of a great weekend of Paper Magic. But yeah, if you like the content, you want to support the channel, etc., you can always follow, subscribe, or donate. Do donation deck lists. I was talking with someone in chat today about maybe doing a vintage donation deck list, if I can get the cards together. Other than that, we're gonna be jamming a lot of Legacy around here, jamming some Pioneer as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I'll catch you guys all Friday, I guess. Friday stream. Later.